Hey everyone! Welcome back to English Podcast Every Day. I'm Emma, and I'm feeling fantastic today.
And I'm Jack. I'm feeling full of beans today, Emma. No coughs, no sneezes, just pure energy.
Glad to hear that, Jack. Because today, we're diving into a topic everyone deals with, health. But don't worry, we aren't sick. We're just going to share some stories and talk about how to navigate the world of doctors and medicine in English.
Yeah, because let's face it, being sick in a foreign language is a nightmare. I remember one time in London, but we'll get to that.
So, Jack, you mentioned a nightmare story. What happened? Were you under the weather?
Worse. I had an excruciating toothache. It was my wisdom tooth. I was a student, I had no money, and I didn't know how to explain the pain to a dentist in English.
Oh no. Dental pain is the worst. It's not just a pain, it's like a throbbing sensation, right?
Exactly. It was throbbing and I couldn't sleep. I went to the clinic and the receptionist asked, "Do you have insurance?" And I was like, I have a tooth? I didn't even know what insurance meant back then.
That's a classic. Health insurance is the first thing they ask for in the US or UK. So, did you have to get it extracted?
Yes. The dentist said, "Jack, this tooth is impacted. We need to pull it out." I was so scared of the needle, but they gave me some numbing cream first.
Lucky you. When I had my wisdom teeth out, I was put under, general anesthesia. I woke up and started talking nonsense to the nurse. It was so embarrassing.
That's hilarious. But seriously, learning words like swelling, inflammation, and prescription saved my life after that surgery.
Definitely, especially prescription. People often mispronounce it. It's that piece of paper the doctor gives you to get your meds at the pharmacy.
Right. And the pharmacist always asks, "Are you allergic to any medication?" That is a life-saving question. Man, talking about the dentist makes my jaw hurt. Let's move on to something more common, like the time you thought you had the flu, but it was just seasonal allergies, Emma. You know, Emma, that tooth story was intense, but my real English nightmare happens every spring.
Oh, let me guess. Seasonal allergies?
Bingo! In the US, everyone talks about their pollen count and hay fever. The first time I heard hay fever, I thought people were actually getting sick from hay.
Right. It's not a fever in the traditional sense. It's just your body reacting to nature.
Exactly. But the problem is, how do you distinguish between a common cold and allergies when you're talking to a pharmacist?
Well, usually I tell them I have watery eyes and I can't stop sneezing. If it's a cold, I'd say I have a runny nose and a cough.
I remember going to a pharmacy and looking at the aisles. There were hundreds of bottles. Painkillers, decongestants, antihistamines. I was so confused.
It is overwhelming. Usually, you don't need a prescription for those. I just ask the pharmacist, "What do you recommend for sinus pressure?"
Recommend is a great word. I used that. I told the pharmacist, "I'm feeling congested and my head feels heavy." He pointed to a box and said, "This is non-drowsy."
Oh, non-drowsy. That's a lifesaver.
Why? What does it mean exactly?
If a medicine makes you drowsy, it means it makes you feel sleepy or tired. You don't want to take that before work or driving.
So non-drowsy means I can stay awake and focused. I wish I knew that before I took those cough syrups back in college. I slept through my entire English final exam.
Oh no, Jack, you're kidding.
I wish I was. And there's also the dosage. The label said take 2 tablets every 4 hours, but I read it as take 4 tablets. I was a zombie for 2 days.
Always read the label, Jack. Side effects are no joke. Speaking of being a zombie, Jack, that reminds me of the time I had to go to the ER because I thought I had food poisoning.
Food poisoning? Now that's a story I want to hear. Was it a bad taco?
Oh man, Jack. Speaking of the ER, I'll never forget that night. It wasn't a taco. It was actually some shady seafood I had at a beach party.
Oh no, seafood is the riskiest. What were the first signs? Did you just feel nauseous?
It started with a weird cramping in my stomach. I thought, maybe I just ate too much. But then, about an hour later, I was doubled over in pain. I couldn't even stand up straight.
That sounds terrifying. Did you call an ambulance, or did someone drive you to the emergency room?
My roommate drove me. When we got there, the triage nurse asked me to describe the pain. I was so panicked, I forgot the word for stomach. I just kept pointing and saying, "It's burning. It's like a fire in my gut."
Good. It's a good word, though. It's very common. So, what did they do? Did they make you wait for hours?
Actually, because I looked so pale and was dehydrated, they took me in pretty quickly. They hooked me up to an IV drip to give me some fluids.
An IV? I hate needles, man. Just the thought of a syringe makes me feel lightheaded.
Me too. But I was in so much pain I didn't even care. The doctor came in and started palpating my abdomen, pressing on it, and asked if it felt tender.
Tender? You mean like a juicy steak?
No. In medical terms, tender means it hurts when someone touches or presses it. I almost jumped off the bed when he touched the right side.
Wow. So, was it food poisoning or something worse, like appendicitis?
Luckily, it was just severe food poisoning. They gave me some anti-nausea medication and told me to stay on a bland diet for a few days. Just crackers, rice, and toast.
The brat diet. Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. My mom always made me do that when I had an upset stomach as a kid.
Exactly. But the hardest part was the medical bill afterwards. Even with insurance, those ER visits are pricey.
Tell me about it. In the US, you really learn to appreciate your health when you see the cost of a checkup.
Seriously, it's a good reminder to listen to your body and maybe stay away from beach party shrimp.
Noted. No shrimp for me. But hey, at least you didn't have to stay overnight for observation.
True. I was discharged a few hours later, but I learned a lot of hospital vocabulary that night, that's for sure.
Man, Emma, after that ER story, I feel like I need to go for a run or eat a salad immediately. Health is really everything, isn't it?
It truly is, Jack. I think as we get older, we start focusing more on prevention rather than just waiting to get sick. I've started a new wellness routine lately.
A wellness routine? Is that why I see you carrying that giant water bottle everywhere? Are you trying to stay hydrated?
Exactly. I'm trying to drink at least a gallon a day. It helps with my skin and my energy levels. Plus, I've been trying to cut back on processed foods and refined sugars.
Wow, you're becoming a health nut. I'm the opposite. I love my burgers, but I do try to hit the gym at least 3 times a week. I'm mostly doing strength training and some cardio to keep my heart rate up.
That's great. I prefer low-impact exercises like yoga or Pilates. It's better for my joints. I used to go running on the pavement, but I started getting shin splints.
Oh, I've had those. Shin splints are so painful. It's a sharp pain in the front of your legs, right?
Yes, my doctor told me it was an overuse injury. She said I needed to rest up and wear better shoes with more arch support.
Speaking of doctors, do you go for a yearly physical? Just a general checkup?
I do. It's important to get your blood work done. They check your cholesterol levels, your blood pressure, and your iron. Last year, the doctor told me I was vitamin D deficient.
Really? That's very common in the winter, especially if you spend all day in a studio like we do. Did he give you a supplement?
Yeah, I have to take a daily dose of vitamin D now. It actually improved my mood a lot. We often forget that mental health is just as important as physical health.
I totally agree. I've been practicing mindfulness and meditation to deal with stress. If I'm too stressed out, I can't sleep, and then my immune system drops.
It's all connected. If you don't get enough REM sleep, your body doesn't recover properly. I've been tracking my sleep with this smartwatch. It tells me if I had a restless night.
I need one of those. Sometimes I wake up feeling like I've been hit by a truck, even if I slept for 8 hours. Maybe I have sleep apnea or something.
You should definitely look into that. A sleep study might help. Also, how is your posture, Jack? You're always hunching over your laptop.
Guilty as charged. My lower back has been killing me lately. I think I need to invest in an ergonomic chair.
Or a standing desk. A lot of people are using them now to avoid being sedentary all day. Sitting is the new smoking, they say.
That's a scary thought. Okay, tomorrow I'm starting standing desk, more water, and no more junk food.
Let's see how long that lasts. But seriously, it's about consistency, not perfection. You don't have to be a marathon runner to be healthy. Just staying active is enough.
True. Even a 30-minute brisk walk every day can make a huge difference in your longevity.
And don't forget the sunscreen. Protecting your skin from UV rays is the best anti-aging secret there is.
Man, there are so many things to remember. Hydration, exercise, sleep, mental health, posture. Being a human is a full-time job.
It is, but it's the only body we've got, Jack. We have to take care of it.
You know, Emma, we've talked about hospitals, diets, and exercise, but English is so weird when it comes to health talk. There are so many expressions that have nothing to do with medicine, but everything to do with feeling good.
Oh, you mean like as fit as a fiddle? I love that one. My grandfather always uses it.
Exactly. When I first heard that, I was like, why a fiddle? Why a violin? It just means being in perfect health. My grandpa is 90 years old, but he's still as fit as a fiddle.
It's a classic. Another one I use all the time is back on one's feet. Like after your food poisoning incident, it took you a few days to get back on your feet, right?
Spot on. It means to recover or return to your normal activities after being sick. Speaking of recovery, we should mention the phrasal verb to pull through.
That's a powerful one. We usually use pull through for more serious situations, like if someone is very ill in the hospital and the doctor says, "It was a tough surgery, but he's going to pull through." It means they will survive and recover.
It sounds so much more dramatic than just saying, get better. But on a lighter note, what about when you're just starting to feel a cold coming? You said it earlier, to come down with something.
Yeah, I use that constantly. I think I'm coming down with a cold. It's like the illness is landing on you. And once you have it, you have to get over it.
Get over it is tricky because it can also mean forgetting an ex-girlfriend. But in health, it means to recover from a sickness. It took me a week to get over the flu.
True. And here's a funny one for you. To be at death's door.
That sounds so dark. But we use it in a funny, dramatic way, don't we? Like, oh, I have a tiny headache. I'm at death's door.
Exactly. Especially, guys.
Sometimes when men get a little cold, they act like they are at death's door. We call that the man flu.
Hey, I resent that. But okay, maybe it's a little bit true. When I'm sick, I want the world to stop. I feel like I'm on my last legs.
On your last legs. That's another good one. It means you're extremely tired or near the end of your energy or life, like an old car that's about to break down.
Let's talk about some positive ones, too. What about a clean bill of health?
Oh, that's very important for work or insurance. If the doctor says you have a clean bill of health, it means they checked everything and you are 100% healthy. No problems found.
I love hearing that. It's like getting an A+ on a test. And what if someone looks very healthy? You can say they are the picture of health.
Look at Jack. He's glowing today. He's the picture of health.
Stop it. You're making me blush. But you know what they say, Emma? An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
It's the oldest cliche in the book, but it's a good reminder that small habits matter. Or, you are what you eat. If you eat junk, you feel like junk.
Too true. I also like to recharge one's batteries. Sometimes being healthy isn't about running. It's about doing nothing. Taking a weekend off to sleep and relax.
Definitely. If you don't recharge, you'll eventually burn out. Burnout is a huge health issue these days, especially with work stress.
It's a mental health crisis, really. You feel drained, worn out, and just wiped out.
Wiped out is a great way to describe that feeling after a 12-hour shift. I'm totally wiped out. I'm going straight to bed.
We've covered so many. Fit as a fiddle, back on one's feet, pull through, come down with, get over, death's door, clean bill of health, picture of health, burnout, and wiped out.
That's a lot of vocabulary for our listeners. I hope they are taking notes.
If they aren't, they can always rewind. That's the beauty of a podcast. But Emma, I'm starting to feel like I need to recharge my batteries right now. This talk is making me hungry for some picture of health salad.
Haha, let's finish up then. We have one more part to wrap everything up.
Wow, Emma. We've really covered a lot of ground today. My head is spinning with all these medical terms and idioms, and I'm the one speaking English.
I know. It's a lot to take in, but that's why we love doing this. Health is such a universal topic. Whether you're at the drugstore in New York or talking to a GP in London, these words are your survival kit.
Exactly. Let's do a quick recap for our listeners so they don't feel overwhelmed. What were the big 3 for you today?
Well, first, definitely remember the difference between symptoms, the things you feel, like a sore throat or a splitting headache. Second, don't forget the power of OTC, over-the-counter meds, for those small issues. And third, always listen to your body before you reach burnout.
Great points. And from my side, I'd say don't be afraid to use idioms like under the weather or fit as a fiddle. They make you sound so much more natural. And please, please read the dosage on your prescription labels. Don't be a zombie like I was.
Lesson learned, Jack. But hey, before we go, we want to hear from you guys. What is your go-to healthy habit? Or maybe you have a funny story about trying to explain a sickness in English.
Yeah. Drop a comment below. Do you drink a gallon of water like Emma? Or are you more of a hit the gym person like me? We read all your comments, and they really help us grow the channel.
Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a lot more everyday English topics coming up soon. Next week, We might even dive into food and cooking or workplace English.
I vote for food. I'm still hungry after that picture of health talk.
Typical Jack. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to English Podcast Every Day. We hope this episode helps you feel more confident next time you talk about health.
Stay healthy, stay active, and keep practicing. Catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys. Take care of yourselves.